It's the end of the first week of Fringe and Gluttony has seen tens of thousands of people walk through the gate. They've been seeing shows and eating delicious food, and there's still 4 more weeks to go. Which gives you plenty of time to plan your visit. But what should you see? Well, there's nearly 1,500 shows this year, so I've picked 5 of the very best, and they're all right here at Gluttony. My first pick is from Japan's most talked about circus, who'll be performing in Australia for the very first time. Well, Mochi, tell me, what is YOAH?
Yes, YOAH is a very, very new style circus from Japan. We do circus with great video projection mapping and electro sound and Japanese traditional drum, taiko sounds. So I want to mix everything from Japanese culture and the essence of Japanese culture.
Next up is Signor Baffo, which critics have called the Monty Python show for kids. Now, Signor Baffo is a fabulous show for kids, and I have Baffo here himself. Baffo, tell me about your kitchen.
It's a pleasure to be on the program, Eddie Maguire. I would like to use one of my lifelines now. I'd like to phone a friend.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can get that for you.
Great. Oh, and it's not my kitchen. I should make that clear. It's actually my boss, Signor Figaro. He's the real chef, but when he's not around, I do like to play with the equipment. But just don't tell him.
From the kids to the adults, what do you get when you mix fire and circus? Inferno is the hottest show you'll see this Fringe. Well, Kaylee, Inferno sounds like a fiery show. Tell me all about it.
Hey, Tom. Yeah, so Inferno is running every Friday and Saturday night at the Fringe. We're a fire show. We call ourselves Australia's hottest fire show. So we're coming to the Fringe to pack some heat. We don't disappoint with some of our high-octane acts, so yeah, it's definitely worth checking out.
Gluttony has a real eclectic mix of shows, and each year Daniel travels the world to find the very best artists for Adelaide audiences. Not many people might realise, but you're Adelaide-based, you're here, so you're local. How important has that factor been, do you think, for the success of Gluttony?
Yeah, it's been a big motivation for me from the start. I started coming to the Fringe as a small child with my parents, and so it means something special to me as it does to a lot of people from Adelaide. And I think when I started, I sort of started to find out more about the Fringe, and I felt like it was important that people from Adelaide participated in the significant venues in the Fringe, and so it's always been a motivator for me to make sure that we can do that. And you know, our office is here, all of our staff are here, and so being part of the community and understanding Adelaide, I think, is an important part of being able to present Gluttony. Yeah.
Well, you showcase the state so magnificently. Well done on everything you've done, and can't wait for the next few weeks.
Thanks for coming to chat to us.
And it's time for my final 2 picks. First is London Calling. Well, Charlie, you've got some of the best artists from some of the biggest companies in the world. Tell me about some of them and what the show is all about.
London Calling is essentially a love letter to London told through variety acts. We won Pick of the Fringe last year, which is incredible. We have some of the greatest acts in the world. We have acts from Vegas, from Cirque du Soleil, from La Clique, from the winner of Sweden's Got Talent. And we all have a connection to London in some ways. Like, I became a street performer in London. I started out my artistic career in Covent Garden, and then I lived for 10 years for money people put in this hat.
My final pick is a real crowd favourite. It's a show you see when you want to get off your seat and relive some of the biggest hits of the last 50 years. Well, Simon, many people would know you as Groove Terminator. We've got the magnificent Soweto Gospel Choir behind us. But History of House really is something special. Tell me all about it.
Sure. History of House is basically, it's loosely a journey through the decades of dance music from the 1970s, the 80s, the 90s, and just really showing how dance music and music is universal. You know, like we've got the world's greatest gospel choir from South Africa. I grew up in Adelaide. You know, the fact we're together on stage doing this shows you how powerful music is, and it's just doesn't matter what language the songs are in or anything like that. Everyone understands it. You know, it's really great.
And there's such a great energy about it as well, isn't there?
It's ridiculous. People like have this glow. They're like floating out out of the venue after the show. We definitely feel it as well. Like it's a really amazing experience.
It's just beautiful, these sounds. I just listen to it all night.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I wanna dance with somebody.
You can book tickets for all these shows on the Fringe website, and for a full list of shows playing at Gluttony, head to their website.
With somebody who loves me. I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody.